Apparently, Rich and his team finished the lead single for the second album, One Thing, in only 2 to 3 hours. But when they sent it to Amerie's record label, Columbia Records, the song was rejected. In fact, they kept on rejecting every version Amerie and Rich sent to them for months. At the time, Amerie said that people at Columbia Records just didn't get her sound. Now, mark those words, didn't get it, because that's where the tea is about how her sound was jacked. Enter Beyonce. Okay, when Beyonce talked about making Crazy in Love, she said that what made the song a hit was the horn hook, explaining, "It has this go-go feel to it, this old school feel. I wasn't sure if people were gonna get it. Remember what I said about Amerie saying people not getting her sound, which also had a go-go feel, old school feel?" The Beyhive denies any truth to Bey stealing Amerie's sound, especially because Crazy in Love dropped before One Thing. But Rich Harrison was Amerie's producer first, and he had Crazy in Love when he was still working with Amerie before Beyonce. So there are pretty high chances that he actually worked on Crazy in Love for Amerie first. Plus, just because a song was released first doesn't mean it was written and produced first. Amerie's sound could have been stolen long before that. Now tie that to the fact that Beyonce's father, Matthew Knowles, hired Rich Harrison to work with Beyonce, and this is what Rich said about the song Crazy in Love. "Yeah, I had it in the chamber. I hadn't really shopped it much because sometimes you don't want to come out of the bag before it's right. People don't really get it and you'll leave them with a foul taste in their mouth." And for those who still insist Bey opted for the go-go sound before Amerie, she had talked about her effort to get people in the industry to go for her go-go sound, saying, "You don't hear go-go outside of DC. We did it the first time on Need You Tonight, which was a song on the last album, but we slowed it down a lot. And this time we did it on an up-tempo track. I was like, we have to do it in an up-tempo way because when you hear it on the radio in DC, it's fast. So it's a fresh sound for everybody but people in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. They already know what it is." From my end, it looks like Amerie and Rich created their own genre of music, influenced by go-go music from DC, where she's from. Then Beyonce's people heard it, or she herself heard it, and took her style and overshadowed Amerie's career. It's possible that it discouraged Amerie and she decided to just give up and go live a normal life or something, which would make sense considering Beyonce's first solo single, Work It Out, had a completely different sound, and it didn't do that well, by the way.
That song flopped, and that was her debut song.
Look, all I'm saying is that Beyonce and her team, especially her father, knew how to put the right pieces together to make gold. And before the Beyhive comes at me, I'm not saying it's entirely Bey's fault. If anything, Rich was the one handing over Amerie's potential hit songs to whomever had more influence. Bey just got super successful while at it, and Rich wanted to work with a huge artist like Beyonce. Duh.